Hey guys, how are you today? This is Mike Ellenis coming to you with another episode of Truth for Today. Today's truth comes from Acts, the 3rd chapter. This is verse 20. It says this: "Then times of refreshment will come from the presence of the Lord, and he will send you Jesus, your appointed Messiah." Now there's such a powerful truth that comes from this scripture. It says that the very presence of God will bring refreshment to our souls. Refreshment to our souls. Now, one thing that I had to ask myself when I read this was, how do you view spending time with God? How do you view having devotional time with God? Do you look at it as a chore? Is it a challenge? Does it require work? Do you dread it? Do you just do it out of a sense of duty? Or do you yearn for it because your soul, your very innermost parts receive refreshment when God shows up on the scene? I realize that what they're saying here is that when we rest and we bask in the presence of God, we receive refreshment, nourishment, the things that we need to make it through this life. I realize that every day when we get up, there are things that are constantly trying to pull us down, and those things will never stop. So it's up to us to proactively seek and receive the refreshment that God has for us. And when I was thinking about this, I had to realize that there's often times where when we just sit in God's presence, sometimes maybe you come before Him and you don't know what to say, or you feel like, well, He already knows everything, so why should I say something to Him? There is something supernatural that happens when we sit in God's presence and we don't necessarily have to talk at all. He goes above our own understanding and above what we think is happening, and He ministers to our very heart, to our soul, to our innermost parts. So I encourage you on a couple of things today. One, look at how you spend time with God. Don't look at it as a burden. Don't look at it as a chore or a requirement. Look at it as an opportunity. And when you go and sit before Him, don't feel obligated to say or do anything. The Spirit will lead you, but be there and just soak in His presence and receive the refreshment that the apostle was promising here in the book of Acts. And just remember that in a world of chaos, in a world of craziness, in a world of fatigue, we can receive rest and refreshment as we spend time with Him. Now, I hope this truth for today has blessed your life, and I'll see you next time.